Ronald Reagan. The name alone evokes a bygone era in American history. It's a time many remember for its optimism, its hope, and its unshakable belief in the promise of America. But beyond the policies and the politics, Ronald Reagan's presidency was defined by something more intangible, something that resonated deep within the hearts of the American people: his extraordinary charisma. He wasn't just a president, he was the Gipper, a man who spoke directly to the soul of the nation. Reagan possessed a rare and potent charisma, a quality that transcended ideology and political affiliation. It drew people to him, disarmed his critics, and allowed him to connect with audiences on a deeply personal level. This essay will explore how Reagan's charisma wasn't just a charming footnote in his presidency, it was a potent political tool that reshaped the American landscape. His charisma was evident in his folksy charm, his disarming humor, and his ability to communicate complex ideas in simple, relatable terms. He spoke of American exceptionalism, of individual liberty, and of a nation ready to reclaim its place on the world stage, and the people listened. But Reagan's charisma wasn't just about words. It was in his demeanor, his unwavering optimism, and his genuine warmth that shone through in every interaction. He had an uncanny ability to make people feel seen and heard, to connect with them on an individual level, and to inspire a sense of hope and possibility. Charisma has been a driving force in shaping history since time immemorial. From the orators of ancient Greece to the revolutionaries of the modern era, leaders who possess this magnetic appeal have commanded attention, inspired movements, and left an indelible mark on the world. Think of figures like Joan of Arc, Mahatma Gandhi, or Winston Churchill, individuals whose words ignited passions and whose actions reshaped the course of nations. Charisma is not merely about possessing a charming personality, it's about an aura of authenticity, a genuineness that resonates with the deepest desires and aspirations of the people. It's about connecting with people on an emotional level, understanding their hopes and fears, and articulating a vision that resonates with their deepest yearnings. Throughout history, charismatic leaders have emerged time and again, their influence transcending the boundaries of culture and time. They have rallied their followers to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges, from wartime struggles to social injustices. Consider the transformative power of Martin Luther King Jr., whose soaring rhetoric and unwavering belief in equality galvanized a nation and ignited the civil rights movement. Reagan understood this power implicitly. He knew that true leadership wasn't about dictating from on high, but about connecting with the aspirations and anxieties of everyday Americans. He spoke their language, shared their concerns, and offered them a vision of a brighter future, a vision rooted in the enduring values of faith, family, and freedom. In the tumultuous election of 1980, America found itself at a crossroads. The nation was grappling with economic stagnation, a crisis of confidence, and a sense that its best days were behind it. Enter Ronald Reagan, a former actor with a disarming smile and a message of hope that resonated deeply with a nation yearning for renewal. Reagan's charisma was evident from the moment he stepped onto the national stage. His campaign rallies were more than just political events. They were celebrations of American optimism. He connected with voters on a personal level, sharing anecdotes from his own life and speaking directly to their concerns about the economy, national security, and the future of their children. His opponent, incumbent President Jimmy Carter, struggled to compete with Reagan's charisma. Carter, while intelligent and well-intentioned, lacked the common touch and the ability to inspire that Reagan possessed in spades. The 1980 presidential debates highlighted this stark contrast. While Carter came across as serious and somewhat professorial, Reagan exuded warmth, confidence, and a folksy charm that endeared him to viewers. Reagan's landslide victory in 1980 was a testament to the power of his charisma. He had tapped into a deep well of yearning for a return to traditional values and a belief in American exceptionalism. His message resonated across party lines, attracting disaffected Democrats and solidifying the Republican Party's base. His charisma had not only won him the presidency, it had fundamentally reshaped the political landscape. Section 4, A Shining City on a Hill, Reagan's Charisma on the World Stage. Reagan's charisma extended onto the world stage, emerging as a transformative figure in the Cold War. He built relationships, forged alliances, and projected strength with a human touch. Reagan recognized the Soviet Union as an evil empire and offered a vision of freedom and democracy. His charisma shone during his historic meeting with Gorbachev in Reykjavik, Iceland. Who can forget his iconic challenge to Gorbachev in Berlin? "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." It was a clarion call for liberty that echoed across the globe. Section 5, Morning in America, Reagan's economic optimism. Reagan's charisma wasn't just about politics and foreign policy, it also extended to his economic vision. He inherited an America mired in stagflation, a toxic mix of high inflation and high unemployment. Yet he offered a message of hope, assuring Americans that morning in America was just around the corner if they embraced his bold vision for economic renewal. His economic policies, dubbed Reaganomics, were based on the principles of supply-side economics. He believed that by reducing taxes, cutting government regulation, and controlling inflation, the economy would be unleashed, leading to greater prosperity for all. While economists continue to debate the long-term impacts of Reaganomics, there's no denying that his optimistic message resonated with the American people. He understood that people don't connect with dry economic theories, they connect with stories, with emotions, with a sense of possibility. He spoke of entrepreneurship as a noble calling, of risk-takers as the engine of economic growth, and of ordinary Americans achieving extraordinary things when unshackled from the burdens of government overreach. His charisma was evident in his ability to sell his economic vision not just to Congress, but to the American people. He framed his policies not as abstract economic theories, but as common sense solutions.